Hello, dear students. My name is Snježana Pavić and I will be your teacher today. The title of today's lesson is Nature in Me. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to show understanding of a text about the inspiration of nature on personal creativity. And you will be able to write a text about how nature inspires you and use adverbs of manner in your writing. For this lesson, you need a notebook, a pencil, and a device with internet connection. Your first creative task today is to create a mind map with at least 5 English words related to nature. I have created one, and I have used a free online tool to create my mind map. It's called Coggle. But there are other free tools you can use, like Bubbles. You can watch the tutorial how to make a Coggle mind map on this bit.ly link, or you can scan this QR code. Coggle allows you to create mind maps that you can save to your online account, share with others, or print out. So please pause the video and create your mind map. So, dear students, you probably know that artists and writers and composers and creators, they all find nature as an inspiration for creativity and personal development. So let's explore how nature inspires them, and let's find out how nature could inspire you to create your own masterpiece. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the first on the list today is the Italian composer Antonio Vivaldi. He created a piece of classical music called The Four Seasons. It is divided into different sections, and each section tries to sound like the season it is named after. Please pause the video, write the bit.ly address in your browser, or you can use your QR code scanner, and you can see the times for the specific sections. Listen to them. Can you hear what Vivaldi was inspired by? Please answer the question. What does each of the sections try to sound like? Let's see. Spring tries to sound like bird calls. Summer tries to sound like swarms of wasps. Autumn tries to sound like hunters' horns. And winter tries to sound like chattering of teeth. William Wordsworth is the second artist in today's lesson. He was an important poet of the Romantic age in English literature. He wrote the poem I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. Based on the title, what do you think the poem is about? About different animals which live in forests, an artist painting the sky, the poet writing about flowers? Is it A, or B, or C? Yes, the correct answer is the poet writing about flowers. Please pause the video, write the bit.ly address in your browser, or scan the QR code and read the poem. Don't worry if you don't understand every word in the poem. You don't need to. The third artist in our lesson today is Andy Goldsworthy, again a British artist. He is known for his work in sculpture and photography. Andy is an environmentalist, and this is reflected in his work. Which natural materials can you think of that he could use to make his land art or environmental art. Pause the video and write your ideas in your notebook. Yes, you are right. He could use leaves and twigs, pebbles, rocks, ice, flowers, grass, even pine cones. I have prepared an interesting video for you about Andy Goldsworthy work, so please pause the video and write the video address in your browser or scan the QR code. His land art is just beautiful, isn't it? And now you are about to read the text. The text is about Andy Goldsworthy sculptures. But before reading it, please pause the video, copy the sculptures in your notebooks, then tick the ones you think might appear in the text. Then read the text and check your predictions. Take your time, pause the video and read the text. The text goes continually on 3 slides. While reading it, can you guess the meaning of the highlighted words? Translate the new words into Croatian and write them in your notebook. Okay, and here is a question for you to think about after reading the text. The question is, why do you think he chooses to create sculptures outside, where he knows they might decay or break down? Well, he wants to show the ever-changing world we live in and the need to understand that nothing is eternal. The sculptures that are mentioned in the text are ice, snow, pebble, rock, leaves and body sculptures. Were your predictions correct? Today we are also talking about some grammar, this time about the adverbs of manner, ili na hrvatskom prilozi načina. Have a look at the words bright, deep, and spiral, and quick, and easy, and hard. What are these words? Yes, they are adjectives. And what do they describe? Can you give some words that come after these adjectives? What can be bright? What can be deep? Here is my list. So, bright sun, deep circle, spiral shape, quick shower, easy task, hard work. What are these words? Correct, they are nouns. So adjectives describe nouns or what something is like. And now listen to my questions. How bright sun shines? Brightly, correct. How is a deep circle carved? Deeply. How are the spiral stones arranged? Yes, spirally. And how a quick shower comes? quickly. And how is an easy task done? Easily. And how is hard work done? Correct. Hard. These words describe verbs and how someone does things. They are called adverbs. So, adjectives tell us what something is like. They describe nouns. And adverbs of manner, they tell us how something happens. They describe verbs. And how do we form adverbs of manner? Well, we usually add ly to the adjective. For example, bright, brightly, deep, deeply. When an adjective ends in y, we change the y into I. Easy, easily, happy, happily. And there are some irregular adverbs. Hard and fast look the same as adjectives and adverbs. Hard, hard, fast, fast. Don't confuse good and well. Good is an adjective and well is an adverb. Let me tell you the difference between hard and hardly. Many students make mistake when they use hardly as an adverb, and this is incorrect. Hard is an adjective and an adverb, so you will say, I work hard, I am a hard worker. The word hardly exists, but the meaning is completely different. Hardly means almost not. So when you say I hardly work, it means you practically don't work. U prijevodu to bi bilo jedva. Your task now is to read the text about Andy Goldsworthy again. Underline the adverbs and circle the adjectives. You can find the text on this bit.ly link, or you can scan the QR code. And let's see, on the first slide we have adjectives delicate and easy, and adverbs brightly and deeply. And on this slide we have adjectives hard, flat and different, and adverbs delicately, hard, spirally and quickly. And you can see that first hard is an adverb. It tells us how Andy works. And in the second sentence, in the second example, hard is an adjective because it tells us what something is like. And on this slide we have the adjective special. And now I need you to read the sentences and complete them with the adjective or the adverb. Ready? Let's begin. Pause the video and copy the sentences in your notebooks. All right, now let's check your sentences. The first one is slowly. Snails move slowly. How they move? Okay, because they are slow animals. Slow is an adjective because it describes the noun animals. And the following one, Andy Goldsworthy is a delicate artist. He makes his sculptures how? Delicately. Okay, Some poets are quiet people. What are they like? They are quiet. And they speak how? They speak quietly. Excellent. Vivaldi was a really good composer. Good is an adjective. It describes the word composer. And he composed well. So the question is, how did he compose? And the Goldsworthy would lay in a heavy rain. He didn't mind if it rained heavily. And the last sentence, he is a fast writer because he writes his poems fast. So the same form, fast as an adjective, fast writer, and as an adverb. He writes fast. It's your turn to be creative. Let's find out how nature could inspire you to create your own masterpiece. Choose one of the following tasks that you like best. There are 3 of them. The first one is inspired by nature and music. So take a walk in your local park or sit in your garden at different times of the day. Close your eyes and listen to the different sounds that could inspire your own music. Think and write down about the instruments that you could use to make those sounds. Use at least 3 adjectives and 3 adverbs. Task 2 is inspired by nature and poetry. So, which plants could you write poetry about? Include your 5 senses and write a short poem. I feel, I smell, I see, I hear, I taste. Again, use at least 3 adjectives and 3 adverbs. And the third task is inspired by nature and art. You can choose a rock balancing. Get different sized rocks and pebbles and experiment balancing them on top of each other to create your own rock balancing sculpture. You can also go outside and find natural resources such as rocks, sticks, and mud, and create an art using these materials. Think about what shape you will design. Will it be circular or spiral? Will it look like a person or a creature or a word, letter, or maybe a number? Whatever you want to make is cool. Or you can choose photography. Take photos of things outdoors at different times of the day. Look at how they change. Maybe you could take the same photo later on in the year to see how it has changed. Write about your art. Use at least 3 adjectives and 3 adverbs of manner. Your final task is to think about today's lesson and write down the answers to the following questions. What did you find most interesting? What did you find most difficult? What did you learn? And what made you think while you were learning? And this is the end of today's lesson. I hope you have learned what connects you with nature. Till next time, bye-bye.